What's going on, guys? It's Modem31 here, and today we're going to talk about what my Titanfall 3 wish list is. I made a video about Titanfall 3 and my predicted release date, and I've gotten a lot of questions about what kind of features I'd want in that game and sort of what the game, in my opinion, should look like, and so I'm going to go over that in this video. Please, if you enjoy my content, if you enjoy my video, please hit the sub button, please hit the like button. It helps me out just tremendously. Leave a comment on what you think Titanfall 3 should look like. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, so I'm going to kind of break this down into sort of overall what I want in the game, and then I'm going to focus on multiplayer because that is sort of important to me. And then I'll kind of like get a little bit of miscellaneous bits at the end that don't really fit in any category. Alright, so first, I want a new single player campaign. I want it to start sort of right after Titanfall 2. There's a lot of, unexplored story there. I'd like to see Jack find BT. I'd like there, maybe he's like a side character this time, but we kind of have a new protagonist. I'd like to get to learn some new characters, whether you play as them or whether they kind of assist Jack if you, have to play as Jack in this game as well. But really, I want to see the end of the war. I want to see what happens after the Battle of Typhon. Maybe we see Gridiron. I would like to see sort of how the militia and the IMC conclude their fight. And then yeah, so I'd also like to see a bigger multiplayer. Maybe some larger maps with some destruction, some new maps, some new modes. We could do like 30 on 30 games. Just, I'd like to see something more. I think that the market today kind of requires a bit more than just a simple arcade shooter. I think you need some more depth, some more modes, some different things like that. Maybe you could have oddball like in Halo, except you're using a Titan as what you have to control instead of an oddball. And then I'd like to see a new Frontier Defense mode. Maybe we'll get one, I don't know. Maybe some more dynamic abilities in it. Maybe you have the ability to build structures this time. I really like to see more enemies per round as well. And then I'd also like to see a version of Frontier Defense where you kind of get to have unlimited rounds. And it's more of a survival mode instead of it just being like a, here we go for 5 rounds. Congratulations, you've protected the harvester. All right, here's your XP. I'd like to really challenge myself to play on the hardest difficulty and go for, 200 rounds like I do in Zombies. And then as far as like multiplayer goes, I'd really like them to do a whole new XP system. Merits are kind of meh. I want it to be based off of kills and assists and flag captures, whatever. But having merits be the system, I think that's outdated. I think they need to go back to an XP system similar to COD or so on and so forth. I'd like to see a ranked system. Apex's buy-in system really works, and I think it could work for Titanfall as well. They could have it so, in your bronze, there's no buy-in, and then, like in Apex, it's 12 RP to buy in, for silver, so on and so forth. So I think they should add that to Titanfall 2, or Titanfall 3, and I think that would help the game maybe reach a wider audience, and maybe, those people that like to grind ranked modes would really appreciate that. I'd also like to see some more pilot customization. Similar to Halo Reach. Let's have, armor pauldrons. Let's have chest pieces, or shoulder pieces, leg pieces, helmets. Let's have heirlooms like Apex. Let's have a lot more customization to make your pilot really speak to you as a player. And let's make unlocked armor hard to get. I don't want to have to pay for the armor. I would like to grind for the armor, like, the old Hayabusa armor from Halo 3 that I grinded for hours to get a, legendary recon armor. And, a lot of it's, I don't think that you should be able to just pay $10 and get all this stuff. It's EA, so I doubt that's going to happen. But I'd love to see some, unlockable armor for pilot customization. I'd also like to see more balanced weapons in gameplay. You've got weapons like the car and the alternator that just seem to dominate Titanfall 2. And I really like to make it more balanced. Let's make more things viable. And then I'd like to emphasize movement and de-emphasize the ability to camp. They really need to go back and give pilots who move some sort of buff, some sort of emphasis to their ability to move. So the pilots who have the best movement and the best aim are the best, they're usually the best scorers, I think that would really help emphasize what's great about Titanfall, what a lot of people like about it, and hopefully de-emphasize the toxic camping and things like that we see in the game. I'd also like to see more Titan customization in the multiplayer. You could have like 3 subclasses for every type of Titan. So you have Ronin, and you might have, the Samurai and the Oni. You've got a couple like subclasses that might have different cores, different abilities, different emphases on gameplay. And they can have each, unique play styles that have their own pros and cons with them. And then lastly, just one little miscellaneous bit. I want them to market this game. Titanfall 2, as we all know, failed because it got sandwiched between the two biggest FPS franchises in history. And I really think that Respawn is. I really hope that I'm not going to say that I think. I really hope Respawn has learned from this. I really hope that they take that lesson and sort of apply it to this game. They released Apex out of nowhere, no marketing, nothing, which worked because they got a lot of streamers and a lot of content creators to play the game on release. They had the biggest names in content creation playing that game when it came out, and maybe they could do something similar to this. But I really think they should springboard off of Apex's success and use that as a marketing tool. Maybe run an in-game event in Apex. Maybe you get an extra character skin in Apex if you play Titanfall 3. They could really combine the two in a lot of interesting ways to sort of make Titanfall 3 more profitable and make it sell more, because if people associate Titanfall 3 with Apex, then they will go, okay, so this is another game that's similar to Apex. It's not the same. It is different. It's not, it's going to be it's an arcade shooter. It's not a battle royale, but at least that will, bring some interest. And hopefully I think that, with that game's success, it'll have, we'll have player counts that we'll never see, have seen before in Titanfall 1 or 2. And I'm really hoping that they sell better. But yeah. So that is my entire Titanfall 3 wish list. I know there's not a lot of details. This is just kind of like a preliminary thing. If there's anything you guys want to see me cover in the future as far as Titanfall 2 or 3 goes, just leave a comment down in the comment section below. And please, I want to hear what your Titanfall 3 wish list is. If you got some ideas that I didn't cover, some things I didn't think about, please let me know. I'd love to hear your ideas. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.